welcome to my channel. My name's Deborah, and I help people experience their human essence. We are awakening to who we are. We are erasing old habits, old patterns. We are deleting programs that no longer serve us. We are uncovering what's already inside and remembering the truth of who we are. We're not broken. There's nothing to fix. Healing is subjective, but don't get trapped in it. Here we want to learn not how to necessarily follow programs to reach a desire, because each one of us has a different story, and each one of us is running different programs, different applications, different processes. And so it's important that we learn our own inner guidance, our own internal true north. And that's what we do here on this channel, is we learn how to cut through the clutter, how to cut through the noise, how to discern from what's a lesson versus things that we should apply our energy into to go forward in life. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain outside, but it sounds really cool. I have a metal roof and it's pitter patter the rain. So today we're going to talk, I'm going to look down at my notes a little bit, talk about embodying the signal. And that just means creating a blueprint of authentic energy expression. Because being authentically you is what is going to make this world better. Because this world is us. It's you. You're here, and Earth is this big bubble, bloop, a big globe. It's like your eyes are projecting out and your eyes meet the sun. And as the sun goes around, then you create this bubble. And that's you, and that's your reality. And so the more that you can align to who you are as a person, then the more that outer reality reflects back who you are. And then that means you're living in coherence with the system of whatever Earth is. And that's where you find a lot of peace and a lot of joy. And I mean, it's peace and it's joy and it's love and it's authentically you. So join me. If this sounds interesting to you, stay with me on this video. Comment below what you feel about authenticity. Do you feel like you already embody your authenticity? Do you feel like you need help embodying your authenticity? Do you feel like you hide behind masks? Maybe you're a people pleaser. Let's dive into this. Let's dive into this. So we can call this signal mapping. I like to think of the human body in terms of electricity and also computers. It has seemed to really relate well, and even the avatar theory. So signal mapping is, when do you feel most like yourself? Think about, and this is a tricky one, because you can this is either going to go one of two ways. You're going to think of times where you felt most like yourself, and you're going to be like, aha, yes, that's it. And you're going to be happy and excited and start thinking of ways to get back to that. Or you're going to think back to when you felt like yourself, and you're going to get sad and depressed, and maybe you've reached a stage where you've outgrown that part of yourself, and you know that you can't go back to doing those things and being that person that you were in that moment. Maybe you know that you've already changed, and you don't know what that new place is of where you feel most like yourself. So this exercise can be paradoxical with the realm of duality, and that's why it's a beautiful exercise, because you get to map where you're at with being in line with your signal. And that's what this whole channel is about, is getting into alignment of what our core signal is, because there's something here that is a signal from something else. 444, as I said that. Oh, I love it. Angel numbers. But yeah, think about, where do you naturally shine? Where do you feel most like yourself? Where do you naturally shine? how does your body feel when you're most in alignment? Think of those moments. Can you remember a moment where you felt aligned and joyful and happy? Can you remember your body just feeling light, no aches or pains? I know sometimes if I'm dealing with a healing an injury or a sprain, something, or maybe just a tweak something, if I get out and start doing something fun that really lights me up, usually the thoughts of that pain kind of go away for the time being, and then I'm done. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I was hurt, I shouldn't have done that, but like I should have done that, because for the moment, in that moment of joy and being present, that pain didn't exist. And even though I'm talking about physical pain right now, the same thing applies to emotional pain and spiritual yearning pain and the growing pain of knowing that there's a more expansive reality out there for us. So ask yourself these questions. When do you feel most like yourself? Where do you naturally shine? What type of environment? Do you like to cook? Do you like to be outside? Maybe you're a mechanic. Maybe you're a computer person. Maybe you're really good at video games. Whatever it is, dig into that a little bit more. Don't ignore it. And if you don't have an answer to that question, make that your goal. I've always kind of used the guideline that if you don't have goals, making goals your goal. And but also take goals very lightly, because goals are more like stepping stones. It's more like placing a step, like if you were to cross a river, but there's not a crossing there, and so you're going to be nice and strong and carry all these rocks, but like you're going to one by one put these rocks in steps, and so you're going to put them there, but you don't necessarily know what you're going to come across when crossing that creek, right? Like you might get halfway across and realize, you might realize that you don't need another rock, that it's actually pretty shallow and you can just step there. Or you might realize that it's deeper and you need to put more rocks. Or you might realize that like that's just a really big hole and you need to divert and go upstream 5 feet. So goals are more like stepping stones in a creek. You are placing it one by one. It's a creek you've never crossed before. This life is a life you've never lived before, but actually that's not true, because in the quantum realm, everything is happening all at once, and it is a life that you've lived before. You're just remembering it. Everything that you could possibly imagine or experience as your life, you are just remembering it and aligning to it. And you really do have a choice of where you want to be on the spectrum. If you're happy living in the matrix, being an NPC, great. But if you're watching this video, especially into this far, that's probably not you. You're probably a main character whose soul is just, you're hurting because you're expanding, or you're hurting because you need a deep breath because you haven't been aligning. Maybe you've been hustling too much. Maybe you've been giving so much of yourself without receiving anything back. One moment. I did another video this morning where I was talking about sustaining your light. We have, if you're a light worker, you do have a sun and a light that is more accessible than other people, because you're not an NPC and you have aligned to a lot of your inner signal, and that signal will radiate out to other people. And I don't think people understand the amount of self-care and I don't know if I can say this right, reciprocity, where people give back. Like you can't just pour from your cup all the time. Like, yes, we have God, but if we are constantly pouring out and nothing's giving back, that's telling us we're not aligned and we're pouring out into the wrong places. Because the places that are aligned with you will give back and will help replenish your energy, and it will be a nice, easy flow. And that's what we want to aim for, is finding that place of flow, finding that place of ease, finding that place where people don't drain us. Because if you're feeling low and you're watching this video, you are a light worker. You do hold more light than other people. You have done the work to expand your vessel, to hold a frequency of more electricity and more light and more vibration than the average person. And that takes a lot of dedication, a lot of resilience, a lot of faith and bandwidth. And you're going to feel tired if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not replenishing yourself, if you're not surrounding yourself in environments that also help see that light and reflect it back, because they can't just all take. If you're leaking energy, you're going to feel it. And then that's how we end up into cycles of doubt and depression, because we feel like this is a reflection of our worth, and it's not a reflection of our worth, but it is a reflection of our lack of boundaries and discernment. So remember, embody your signal. Ask yourself with your decisions, is this aligned with your path? You can have everything you want. So if something's in front of you and you have choice, like, yes, I could have any choice I want, but is it the choice that you want? Is it the choice that is aligned? 1111, as I said that. I'm going to go ahead and end this video there. My name's Deb, Deborah, here to lead others to their soul essence. If this resonated with you, comment below that you're here for the new earth. You're here for soul alignment, and you're here for a better life. Like, comment, and subscribe to be notified of new videos for the right messages at the right times when you need them. Have a blessed day, and thank you for being here in more ways than one. Cheers.